What's going on, everybody? So today I'm going to be doing an undercut with long hair on top and a high taper on the side. So the first thing I did was pin the long hair up on top just to get it out of the way. And with my Oster fast feeds with the #1 guard and the lever open, I'm just going to remove all the hair from the side of his head. And when you get to the top of the head, you just want to go straight off the top of his head. Don't follow the shape of his head where it starts to slope in. Just go straight off the head. Same thing in the back. You can see here I have the blade flat against his head, and I'm just going straight off the back of his head. Right here, just some of his hair was in the way still, so I put another pin in the back. So you can see here, you can use your comb to comb the hair down as you're cutting, and I'm just going straight off the back of his head, not following the shape or the slope of his head. So again, you can use your comb to just comb down that hair as you cut it. Now with my trimmers, I'm just going to set the initial guideline. And we're going to be fading down on the taper. So first we're going to start off with no guard with the lever open, and then we're going to put the lever halfway and just go right beneath that. And now it's 1/4 of the way open, and now the lever is closed, and we blended that line all the way down. So next step, I'm going to get the #1 guard with the lever closed, and I'm just going to soften that line right there because it's going from an O guard with the lever open to a #1 guard open. So the #1 guard closed is going to soften it up, and then I'm just going to go right behind that with the 0 guard with the lever halfway open, and then slowly close it as I blend out that line. And then you can open and close the lever as needed to just do some detail work right here. So moving on to the other side, it's just going to be the exact same steps. So with the #1 guard with the lever open, I'm just going to remove all this bulk from this side. In the back, dropping down in the back and leaving the length in the back, leaving it kind of bulky in the back, because we're gonna cut that to you want to create a nice foundation for the long hair on top to sit on, but we'll get back to that later. Right now we just want to clean up the sides so we can finish this taper. So again, the same exact steps on this side for the taper. We're gonna be fading down, lever open, halfway open, 1/4, and then closed, and we're going to blend that line out. Then we're going to go to the #1 guard, closed, soften up that middle line. Right here I'm just doing some detail work. Then I'm going to put the 0 guard on there, the lever is halfway open, and then just close it and blend it out. Same exact steps in the back for the taper in the back, alright? So lever open, first guideline, and then we're gonna close it halfway, then we're gonna put it 1/4 way open, and then we're gonna close the lever, and we're gonna blend this line out. So I have the #1 guard with the lever closed, again just softening up that line. And then with the 0 guard, gonna blend that line in, opening and closing the lever as needed. So we're gonna go ahead and line up the back. I'm just gonna use the corner of the trimmers to go around his ear. Same thing on the other side. Alright, so we're just going to clean up this dark spot up here on the top of his head. So I'm going to put on the number 2. And I'm just going to blend straight up off his head. Just want to run the clipper straight off his head, and you can see it's going to create a nice blend right here. Again, we're leaving all that bulk in the back because we're going to get to that later. So now we're going to let all the hair down on top. And right here he's showing me how much he wanted to cut off. Not much, just wanted a little trim. So we're going to go ahead and wet the hair on top. Comb it out. Alright, so I'm going to part the hair in the back, and I'm going to start on the side, and I'm going to over direct the hair to one side and cut off about 1 inch like he wanted. And then I'm just going to grab another section, over direct it to the same side, and cut it off in the same spot. As you pull the next section over, you'll see your guideline where you previously cut. Then I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. And then in the back, I'm just going to pull the hair straight out at a 90-degree angle, and I'm going to connect that. Just to make sure that it's all even. So now I'm going to take a section from the top of the head with the length that I just cut, and I'm going to pull it straight up, and I'm going to cut it straight across. And now we have the length for the top of the head. So now I'm just going to grab sections of his hair and pull them straight up and cut it straight across. Each time I grab a new section, I can see the guideline from the previous section underneath where I just cut. And just going to cut it straight across. So pulling the hair straight up and just cut it straight across. We're just going to work our way all the way up to the front of the head, grabbing new sections of hair each time. And on the front part of his hair, I kind of over directed it back a little to give it a little bit more length. Right here, I'm just going to point cut straight into the hair to give it a little texture. Alright, so I'm just gonna wet the hair a little bit more, and just to cross check, I'm gonna take sections now going from front to back, and you can see here as I pull the hair up that it's pretty straight, it's pretty even. There's not a lot that I have to cut off. I cut it pretty straight the first time, so you can see here there's a few little spots that might be sticking out, but for the most part it's pretty even. But I'm still just double checking, cross checking, just want to make sure it's even all around, and you can see it looks pretty good. So now I'm just double checking that the back length is even, and on the sides. I don't want to keep the length in the front, so I'm just gonna point cut and add a little texture. And that about does it for this cut. You can see he has that long wavy beach look, so this haircut really suits him. This is another one of my little cousins. Shout out to Paulie. I hope you guys like this cut. Make sure you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Alright, thank you for watching. See you next time.